so tonight, I'm streaming the so once I get Xianxia, that's what I'm doing, which is not here today. So it will just be the two of you.
Okay.
I'm hoping that the encounters that I put up will not be super overbalance because of the reputation for expecting characters by not overbalancing.
Okay, it's like that's the like and
So it's whatever. Hi everybody, welcome to the stream. Xianxia DnD. My name is Casey and I'm the Dungeon Master of this motley crew today. Just to let everybody know, Richard, who plays Song Yifan, is not going to be able to join us today because he's doing some serious adulting tonight. So we are going to be continuing on with our two regular players, Shao Han and Nick. Can you introduce yourselves for the streamers?
Shao, go first.
Shao, I think you're on mute though.
Shao is on mute.
Okay, Nick, why don't you go first? I think he's a bit frozen for some reason.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Nicholas, and I'm playing a character that who calls himself Amu. Well, naturally he has another name. He's got his actual name, but Amu's a paladin. He's apparently, according to Case, his martial arts style is derived from the what was that again? Case, the what?
The brocade guard, Jing Yiwei. So
Yeah,
the Chinese secret police / assassin / Praetorian guard that were made famous in many Chinese movies.
Amu doesn't know. Well, Amu doesn't know any of these because he was basically taught his martial arts by some random hermit that was living outside of the town that he grew up in. But apparently he's got some heavenly destiny thing. He's been some kind of chosen, and he's when the Imperial Guards came and destroyed his life by burning down the tea house that he grew up in and killed the person that that brought him up. He went away with and we have traced that sword to Duke Xie of Luoyang. So that's something for a case to flesh out in later sessions.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's what we know so far. Yeah.
Shao, introduce yourself. Sorry to have skipped you just now because you went frozen for a bit.
Oh, okay. No worries, no worries. Yeah, I was like, I think checking the sound stuff. Is my sound all right? Clear?
Your sound
Is it?
is clear, but your camera seems to have frozen. I think we're all having Discord issues tonight for some reason.
I see. Okay. Well, I mean, like chat wise, is like Discord did turn down offers from Facebook, Google, and Amazon and Microsoft. I think this
Yeah,
couple
their
of days.
data centers are all gonna get nuked lah. They are all like,
Yeah.
you all turn down my offer, right? It's shame for what will happen to your
Yeah.
data centers.
Yeah, laughs in Mozilla. Okay, so yeah, so hi, I'm Shao, and I'm playing Cang Tian monk in this campaign. This monk is a bit of an outlander who came from a faraway land and has sort of set up in the great lands of all under heaven within the empire, and has gotten involved into the campaign because there was a request by a humble and honest magistrate. Those things are as rare as Kirin and hen's teeth to check on certain matters and chaos that's engulfing the lands of the empire. And so he's gone off to be a bit of a investigator into this matter and has gotten himself embroiled into affairs of the martial world, of the martial forest, involving orphans, destroyed martial arts, sealed primordial beings of the elements, and right now mistaken identities as innocent children and playmates are taken apart in the search for missing royal heirs of different imports. So right now we were involved in fighting some mysterious forces. We were involved in a three-way mistaken identity battle. Like as Nick said earlier, his martial arts derived from the brocade-clad guard, and some of the people there who were supposed to be brocade-clad guard seem to recognize it as being a brocade-clad guard technique. And so we are probably going to get involved in that political intrigue thing that we all said assiduously that we will not get involved in. And that's where we are today.
Yeah, so just a very, very quick recap for everybody about what has been happening over the past few sessions. The players, Song Yifan was played by Richard, Cang Tian, which is played by Shao, and Amu, which is played by Nick, have been all individually tasked to investigate this place called the Thousand Swords Manor. Now, the Thousand Swords Manor is basically this place that does, for lack of a better way of describing it, very boutique swords that are gifts to emperors, high officials, and basically given as political favors. 6 months ago, the Thousand Swords Manor had gone underwater. Not literally underwater, but they had lost communication with the outside world. And for various reasons, the players have all decided to head to the Thousand Swords Manor. And investigating the Thousand Swords Manor, they had discovered the ugly truth of the Thousand Swords Manor, and that was not quite a simple forgery of fine blades, but also a prison for a primordial being by the name of Zhu Rong, who is both the guardian god of fire and as well as the party had learned, having had a mortal existence prior to his ascension to godhood. Zhu Rong has fled his prison in the Thousand Swords Manor, causing all kinds of elemental chaos in his wake. But one of the things that the group had managed to establish and get for themselves is the last descendant of the 10,000 Swords Manor, the last surviving descendant of the 10,000 Swords Manor, which is a wood Genasi child of about 2 years old. The group had had some discussions as to what to do with this last heir of the 10,000 Swords Manor. They had eventually decided to send him up to Mount Wudang, which is a very well-known martial arts sect in at this particular time, and also a very well-known Taoist cultivation place at this particular point in time. And they had stopped by a tea house where they had rested for the night and allowed the child to play with the children, the adopted children of the tea house, of the lord, the owner and the lady of the tea house, Master Lee and Lady Lee. Now both of them have several children that they've adopted, but of particular note is a dwarven child of about 3 years old. The party had originally discovered that there was some misinformation that was circulating around as to the identity of the 10,000 Swords Manor's child, and it came into play last session, where a group of dark-clad assassins snuck into their room and attempted to try and interrogate them. As to what, the group really has no idea, because they started the fight long before any serious interrogation happened. But they were also joined by a group of mysterious shadowy beings that phased into the walls and hit the life force of people as they were attacked. And in particular, the shadows seem to have made away with the adopted child of the tea house. And this is where the game stopped last session, at the cliffhanger where they discovered one of the eldest child of the tea house defending themselves against a group of shadows. The group had just burst into the room, but they had discovered that the dwarven child had already been abducted by the shadowy beings. So again, for those of you who are new to the stream, what I like to do is to start this off and basically conduct this like very much of a 1980s style martial arts serial, where we will start off with a recap, and then it will have an opening scene, and then after that we will start in the middle of the action. So the recap today, camera pans out. There's a dark, shadowy cavern, and there's an incessant drip of water, and you hear sound of labored breathing. And the drop, the camera pans towards the drop, and you see as the drop hits the ground, it is a dark bed. The floor is covered in the same dark red liquid. Camera pans away. The camera follows through mountains, through forests, and dives down deep into an area where there is a unobtrusive looking tea house, and goes into the tea house, and it sees, and it goes into a room where there are 3 men, a tall elf, a man with a young human man with a sword in his arm, and an arm raised as if to ward off a blow, and a pale blue-skinned Genasi monk all burst into the room, and a young lady of about 11 years old who has the curled horns of a tiefling, panting away. They've taken Xianxia. Please help us, please. As the last of the shadows fade into the walls, you hear running down the corridor where you came from. Clearly, the footsteps of the assassins that you had left alive, who are clearly making a very, very hasty retreat. What do? You're in the room. I can bring it up if you guys want the visualization, but there's no combat right.
Okay.
Where are the shadows though? Are they all gone?
The shadows. So just to recap, the young 11-year-old, like teenagerish tiefling girl who suddenly developed glowing eyes and basically a super saiyan kind of ability, right? Had dispatched the last one of the shadows with nothing more than a burning torch. That was the last shadow that you see that was visible. The girl, however, and the rest of the kids, right, seem to be indicating the far wall where there's an open window, but you don't see any shadows.
Okay. I scan around. I look over at there, and I turn to Amu and I say, I think we can track them. And then I turn to Yifan, who's not here, right? And then Rich is not here. And can we leave to taking care of the kids and stuff to him while we trace the shadows?
Yifan does not say anything further. He immediately starts running towards the window, and he leaps out of the window, taking bonus action. So he leaps out of the window and does well. You can't see from there, but the camera pans out, right? So for the benefit of the viewers, the viewers, right? He's stepping down he's actually stepping down the staircase like kind of like almost like a horizontal walk down. And he's running down and he's running towards there, and the camera pans out too. Oh, my new toy! I love it. I love this so much. Have I mentioned that I love this? Okay, so for those of you who don't know, right?
Yes.
Yeah, a couple of times, a few times. Hi, Orbital, how are you?
Yeah, that's hi, Orbital.
Okay, so this is not the correct map. This is not the correct. Need to go to.
Ooh, this is a fancy new toy.
Oh wait, hold on. Oh no, my map was not there. My map wasn't saved.
Dang it.
Oh no, it was. Haha, yes. Da.
That's nice.
And here we go.
Why does it look like Pokemon? But okay.
Because
it is Pokemon.
I think case from the stream, right? I think like the thing seems quite small.
Yeah, I'm gonna enhance it because I just realized that I had actually not shown off the toy. Rather, I've been showing off my own ugly mug. So what I'll do is okay. So Yifan has landed just outside the area, and just let me set up the board. Very. So he sees this, and just as he lands, right, he takes. You see, if you guys are at the window, right, you see, just as Yifan lands, right, he gets ambushed and gets hit heavily in the chest by an evil shadowy being that happens to be down there, right? And he hits and he goes and spits out blood, and he goes flying and crashing into the side of the crates, toppling them and showing and revealing that they actually contain what look like dried leaves inside.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it. Then I say, well, I guess we found the shadows. Or rather, the shadows found us.
Yes, yes, you did. So, you guys are on this floor at the moment, right? Roughly where this thing is. Do you guys roughly where I don't know whether you can see it, but there's this kind of a balcony-ish thing on the side.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, not bad. How much? The house there.
Yeah. So there's a balcony-ish thing, and that's where Yifan kind of like ran down the side of the thing. But he got ambushed and he got blasted into the thing, the crates.
One of my hands is hanging a bit limply because I lost 3 points of strength to one of the attacks earlier.
Yes.
And I look over at Amu and I say, "Be careful. Their techniques set strength from our meridians. That is something to be careful about." And kind of like I attempt to massage some blood and vitality back into my my left arm, basically.
It's not quite working. It still feels like there is something blocking your meridians, and in fact, the more you try to circulate it, the worse it becomes. It feels like there's a burning cold energy that is seeping through your veins right now. So the best thing that you've managed to be able to do, right, is to hold it at bay. But because you've held it at bay, right, you're using some of your energy to block it, and you can't put out the full amount of energy that you normally can.
Yifan is kind of suicidal, don't you think?
Yeah, I really think he is. You make me a perception check, please.
He cannot possessed by people to jump up and Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, hang on, I roll D29 low.
Wow, that's a new roll. I like it.
Steady lah, brother. What shit would a D29 be is interesting. I want to know.
Let's go ask the engineers, the dice engineers.
I'm on 12.
You don't see the child here. You don't see the child based on what you can see out of the window here.
I say, suicidal or not, someone's got to save his life. So I'm just going to go down and engage the shadows.
Yeah, I'm going to go and engage as well.
Okay. Okay, sure. I apologize, guys, for the fact that this fancy new toy, right, does not have much Oriental function. Sorry, much East Asian functionality. So I really can't do anything about that. So yeah, I really hope that they will eventually come up with some. So where do you want to land? So you can land. If you can see where the thing is, you can land anywhere along these 3 hexes. Here.
Can I land right in front of that shadow?
Sure, you can. Like here.
And say, yes, I'm going to land right in front of it and say, now, maybe you shouldn't be hitting people who are not quite ready for you.
Okay.
Okay, so this looks really like you, Cang Tian. So where do you want to land?
I come out and follow. Some of the leaves that are broken, are they tea leaves or are they vegetables? What falls out?
You can't tell. They look dried from what you can tell here.
Speaking of tea leaves and vegetables, where's the ginseng?
That's a very good question. You have not seen him.
I mean, like he healed me, and are we still under the bless? Because is it still been less than a minute?
Yes, it has still been less than a minute. In fact, you've only done 3 of the 10 rounds available.
Okay, so we still have bless on for us.
Yep, you do.
Okay, so I'm healed up. I still have some damage and I'm -3 strength. I grabbed some of the tea leaves along the way just for later propping and using our special effects budget. So I grabbed a handful of dried leaves.
So you're gonna land on top of the crates. It's totally legit. If you want to.
Oh, okay, I'll do that.
Because you have a 40, you have a bonus jump. You have to take a bonus action, and that's all you can do at the end of it. Okay.
If I have time, if my action allows it, when I land, I want to be able to strike the shadow.
Sure, you can.
Okay.
Okay, let me roll for initiative, and I just realized that my combat secretary is not around today.
That's correct.
So I am cursing and swearing and having to track this all by myself.
Where's he anyway?
He is doing some serious adulting.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like
I-
he was very very upset that he couldn't join us. He was like
I could read the subtext in the note in like he was so upset. Yeah.
he was
But
very he was very
he's,
upset.
is he coming in later when he gets back?
He says unlikely lah. So what he said is that it's very unlikely that he's gonna make it. Inits for the two of you, please.
Okay. Case actually because I have slow fall, right? Is it possible for me to save the to like kind of like just land dramatically instead of action when I come down?
Yeah, you can. You can
Okay.
probably do it if you combine
Yes.
everything lah. So you can land
Oh,
and you can land and make an attack on the nearest shadow, but the
yeah,
two
I'll do
further
it.
ones, the two further ones cannot. Okay, can.
I'll land.
Yeah.
Actually no. I'll land on top of the box because it looks cool. I'll make a range attack instead. I think that's actually going to be the
Okay,
case.
sure.
Because it looks like this way it will draw some aggro.
I'm on 10.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm on 23.
Okay, Shao, you go first.
Okay, so I will make my my dot attack first, right?
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Cang Tian, you go.
Okay.
難得一心好本領。
Yeah. So I would like to invoke my superiority in this position because I leapt from the top and I kind of fling it open. And I'm going to try to basically do that as an opening to help out Amu with his attack in. So, mhm. Okay, got it. That's 16. Got it. So that's 6 points of damage. Yeah. And then, okay, then I still have do I still have a move bonus, etc., or is it the whole? This is the whole thing: leaping and shooting. Okay, I see. I see. Reaction. I have to use a reaction to fall, right? Yeah. Okay, got it. Then because there's tea leaves nearby or whatever leaves, I'll just use my interaction object item to pick up some leaves and a handful. Okay, I'm done. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Correct. Yeah. Understand.
Okay, so when Amu lands, he's going to feint with a sword strike in a jab directly at the shadow. But he's actually back swinging, and then I'm gonna use my palm to strike the shadow flat in the chest, and I'm gonna channel my last spell slot for smite. I'm using the back grip for the sword. Yep. And so how it actually looks is um because Amu is very fluid with his sleeves, right? Uh, as the sword falls, it's going to fall into a sleeve and then get pulled with the other hand while the main hand does a palm strike. Okay, so I'm going to roll to hit as normal, claiming superiority. I'm on 13. Okay, I'm just going to do damage. It's 8. It's 8 before smite.
It's 3d8 because it's 2d8 for smite, then 1d8 for undead extra. So it's 3d8 plus your unarmed. Yeah, it's the reason. So the base smite is actually 3d8 already. Because
Yeah. So the total is 8 and then 5.
Right, balloon.
Okay.
That's cool. Yeah.
Sausage.
Unit destroyed.
The bad news is I'm out of smite slots.
It's okay. So you're trying to draw one to me, so hopefully draw a couple to me so that you can reorient and get into perfect flanking position. Hopefully lah. Come, flank me. No lah, where go? It's a great flanking conga line. Nah, 10 misses. Mm.
Nowadays, the DnD, you roll less than 11, right? You probably don't hit anything.
Yes. Yeah, that's definitely a hit. Yeah. Damages.
Hamu is going to cry out, where the hell is that stupid ginseng?
It's in. Yeah, I'm still alive. How much strength do I lose? Yes. Okay, sure. I'm alright. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I kind of like Cang Tian basically I would like to if I would like to kind of like make a kind of investigation check around what kind of action is there? Is that standard action? Is that one free one per round, or how does that work in your game? I see. I see. Okay. So it's like okay. Okay. Got it. Got it. So it's kind of like a action point expenditure model, lah. Okay. Okay. Got it. So I'm going to just use this for I think like for a small bit of flavor first. So set the scene like so. Chang Tian basically holds his right hand up, the hand that still basically has some strength in it, and assumes the patriarch Bodhidharma breeding form, right? And lets this hand kind of like all the muscle memory of having done this countless conditioning kind of like just roots in, even though it hurts, right? But like the form moves in, and Chang Tian basically kind of like takes out his monk staff and realizes that underneath him the crates, that's where all the leaves was flying from, right? And Chang Tian mutters a brief apology to the tea house owners, and Chang Tian basically strikes the staff up into one of the Ahad staff striking styles over at the one of the shadows, the one that's closer between me and Amu, I think. And then so that's my it's going to make an attack, right, striking down from position of superior height and force. So I invoke my superiority for that. As I root down and we roll. Mm, okay, I got a 25. Yeah, yeah. Okay, then that's sorry, that's a 9 points of physical damage to this one. Then later I see that it kind of like siphons through, right? So as it siphons through the shadow, and it comes down over to where the box I'm on is, right? I'm like kind of like using that, and my foot sticks back, and I hit down onto the box. So I'm going to use my bonus action, right? Actually, to hit the box, right? To basically, hopefully, break some of it. Some of the leaves fly up, right? To grant me some degree of cover, or like some kind of light concealment, and also just to use special effects budget. Martial arts action to basically try to kick some leaves. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, okay, do I need to use the key? Can I just use my normal martial arts to do that? The one bonus action attack? Or do I need two attacks for this? Okay. Okay, then in that case, I'll if I use the key, let me see. I think I'll do that. Then I'll use the two for the flurry of blows. I use my last key point, damage the place twice, and because when I use my flurry of blows as a drunken monk, right, I get to disengage for free, right. I'm gonna come around into the same position, so I don't need to move me. I'll be there, but I'll just move around a few times to basically create more wind pressure, right, to give myself more special effects use. Yeah, yeah. Drunken, yeah, drunken stuff. Yeah, vortex is it? Okay, 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 okay. And then like as one of the words flies up right in the scrolls, can I say that it says "Tie Guaning" there just for fun because it's a Guaning temple nearby? It's like so that kind of tea, right? Yeah. So I'm done with my action. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a green tea, correct. So it's more like Yongchun Foso, right? It's more like the Yongchun. Okay, can. Essential, right? Yeah. Longting, yeah. Well, talking about tea. Yeah, yeah, Dragon Well. Yeah, okay. And Nick is having a oolong, right? Nick is having a Dongting oolong tea right now. He's having
That's
a
right.
Pokka oolong, right? Or is it a coffee? Yeah, it's a Pokka oolong. Yeah, I recognize the golden hue.
Okay. From the at the point after striking down the first shadow, um, he's going to take one step forward. The sword is going to land back into his hand, and then the second step, he's going to aim, and the third step, he's going to strike with advantage because I'm now flanking
Yeah.
the shadow that's closest to me. In Amu's head, it's going along the lines of step 1 preparation, step 2 aim, step 3 strike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this is the part where I want to say, because Amu is not formally trained per se, right? So yeah, but he doesn't know that, right? So to him, everything is very formulaic, but his master has always told him that while there's a formula, a lot of good martial arts is about reaction. But he's never really been a very good student of that. Yeah, yeah. Yes, that's the whole reason why he's like this. And now I'm gonna make the two hit roll.
Does he have a box of 14 swords?
I'm on
No, yeah.
18, 18, 18, but sure. So just my normal damage, yeah. 6, please. I mutter under my breath, damn it, I was trained to fight other people, not these things. Okay.
Wow. Keep 36 grades. This one is a very
Oh my god, it's the scaling the staircase meme.
okay. Ooh. Okay. It's my
I
detective.
completely Jon Snowed it.
I'm just detectiving shit. You know. Okay. Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Hmm. 究竟是微无限 This is 微无限 moments for those demonic grandmaster fandom people, right? Undead. Yeah. And so as a result, I know his weakness. I'll summon a dog. Okay. Traumatize the poor guy. But we can see the red strings, is it? Both of us. Okay. 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 Can I communicate a longbow, or is this are we still in the init order? Okay. Then it's okay. We don't have to, we don't have to follow the shadows. We just have to follow the string, because now we know there's a string.
How are we gonna catch them?
I mean, like we'll the same way everybody does in Wuxia, which is they they flip around, they stunt it.
Yeah, Lomu is actually vocalizing. How are we gonna
Oh,
catch
Will was vocalizing. He says, "There's a string, I think, and there's a source of music. I think we just follow that. And can I still see the string? Is it possible to see the string? Okay. Uh,
a
okay.
string? Question mark. And
Like
and as I say that, Amu is going to use divine sense. He's going to do that thing where he opens the eye to see whether he can notice it.
Can I assist him with that by doing something? I'm going to use the bonus action from the metal forming palm to increase my jump distance and leap up onto the roof, the east of the roof, right? And then where I can see the string, and it's all like kind of like leap up over and get and clamber on top, right? Then kind of like look forward in the Sun Wukong, the monkey god pose using the staff, see where it is, and then like still see the red string follow the perception of the sound, and then I try to like there in which in some direction so as to help his visualization. I don't have a key, I don't have any key left. But my base speed is 40 feet. So actually, my jump is right now. My jump is very weak because my strength has gone down to 5. So actually, I can only my maximum leap is 5. So I need to find a way to double jump, triple jump. Is there enough things around for me to do that? Yeah. But also, it's like okay, 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 okay. I mean, I think whichever is better for the cinema, and also because I'm interrupting Nick's process, right? I'm just kind of like there to try to give him some numerical benefit. So whichever you think is the best as a director, lor. Okay, sure, I'll do that. Run there, and then I would at point and try to help Amu's zeroing. Okay. Mm.
Amu is as usual going to complain. What demonic energy again? I did not sign up for this. Amu did not sign. Oh, this is not going to end well. Yep. They're headed to the Kuan Yin temple.
Very well. Then I pick up the handful of leaves. See, I picked up earlier for a reason. And when the creature struck me, the demonic shadow struck me, right? I kind of looked at some of the leaves that were in the area that I placed there. Did they actually wither and crumble away? Then I look at the trees there. There I said, you see, that's the problem using demonic magic. You might be invisible, you might be incorporeal, but the world remembers your passage. Then I point using my investigator skills at all the broken leaves, the browning things over there, right? And I believe that we can track them. And I'm still able to fight, but I'm severely weakened. Are you ready, Amu?
With you down and Yifan down as well.
The
Is
life
this
of the child.
advisable?
The life of the child is at stake.
That is true. Let's go.
Then I look at Ifan on the floor. Then any innkeeper nearby, like can take care of him, or they kind of also looking kind of scared. Mm. Okay. Then I kind of like uh,
I love this thing. I love how the little miniatures have like moving trails. It's so cute.
Like, you know, the miniature base is very cute to see wobble. Sorry, innkeeper. We'll get Xiaoxiang back. The demons, I won't say demons lah. I'll say, the villains have taken Xiaoxiang. We will rescue Xiaoxiang for you.
Amu is already running off into the forest.
Please help me. Please help us take care of my fallen brother. Point Yifan. Yeah. Then I also basically kind of like move, and I try to follow as best as I can with my slower strike. Okay. Okay. Oh, I see.
Okay, so I'm just going to say that because Amu is as usual thinking with his sword, he is just going to run off into the forest unless Cang Tian says something.
Okay. Cang Tian will say, Amu, wait, and then I will basically ask the innkeeper whether does he have a stable and horses we can borrow to go to the Guanyin temple? So could we? This could be quite dangerous, but could we implore upon you to help bring us to the Guanyin temple? That is where I think the villains are hiding. Thank you. Then I say to Amu, let us take this transport there and gather our strength so that we are able to deal with these demonic cultivators.
Okay, we'll take our rest and on the Xianxia Uber.
Yeah, that's will be. Then we're one man down, right? We're one elf down. Yeah. And okay. I I try to figure at night. I try to figure out whether since we're in Sunsea, right? Like, is the Western Depot like? Do I know of any like demonic cultivators in the Western Depot area? Like famous, like any eunuchs that are supposed to be like good at this, or any any blood demon people in the Central Plains. They're terrible. Okay, I will roll my +0. I would, I would care. Yeah. Okay.
Amu also has a.
May I invoke my background benefit for this? Like enforcement? Okay. Okay.
Amu's
Wow.
on 21.
Okay, I got a 17. I got 21. This is our wagon law enforcement talk. Mm. Mm. And, okay. Okay. EFA, yeah. 新意学 Okay. Mm.
So we're talking about this is like 魔教 stuff.
The government, yeah. Government copy papers. Yeah. 跨控狗 okay.
夸尔
Wait, that's the historical domain character. Yeah, my father I was just talking to my dad about him. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yunnan saved my life quite a bit, yeah. Yeah. The Tongling people. Mm. Okay. So
Yep.
Uncle Hero days. repossess government holdings. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Okay. Real law. Mm.
The assassins.
Mm.
So I'm
So we
gonna
discussed this.
yeah, we discussed this.
Okay. We
I
will again.
Amu has come to the conclusion that you can't keep anything from
We can talk.
early anyway.
Yeah, we can relevant information to volunteer. Is it? It is. And nobody really comes here much, so it makes it. Then Cang Tian laughs when he says that it's a popular temple. The Cang Tian says, "Is it one of those temples, Great Innkeeper, where people pray for fertility and they have children? But is it especially good for children?" The Cang Tian laughs. Then later, then Cang Tian shakes his head. There says, "You're a man of the world. I'm sure you know the meaning behind this." Then Cang Tian kind of looks at the innkeeper and says, "You can talk about it. This is not my first day as a monk." The- yeah, it's good. I'm sure that the monks they're very handsome. Chang Tian just asked. I will. I will. Then
At this point, it is a temple to the goddess of mercy, isn't it? So what exactly are you saying here?
then later Chang Tian basically says, ever since the Grand Temple authorities have been no, people go pray for sons, and then for 10 years they couldn't get children. They go to the temple. One nice. Next year they are pregnant. Suspicious? I think not. A coincidence? I think not.
Amu looked as though his head just exploded.
Then Chang Tian explains that usually temples have hidden underground chambers, etc., where people might listen and says that, that's frowned upon, right? But because temples are all scattered around, there's no central temple authority, and so some places might have more folk beliefs might still occur. You know. Yeah.
So Amu is like, he's got that but steel is heavier than feathers look on his face.
That's the mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm.
Amu continues on his baffled reality and like, but if if the monks are male prostitutes, as you seem to suggest they are, then what's the point of giving them
Yes,
offerings? Oh,
no, it's like you see, it's like imagine right now, like in tea house. Sometimes a tea house might have food, right? But it still mostly sells tea. So you don't call a tea house a restaurant just because it sells noodles. Same thing. You can't go around calling a temple a brothel, even if some monks there are providing community services of that
you
nature.
mean whenever we give offerings to the dead and they get eaten, it's not eaten by the dead?
No, no, no. That one is depends. The beggars sometimes eat it. The ghosts sometimes eat it. Quite often the ghosts eat it, but the birds of nature eat it. But sometimes the monks also eat it.
Oh, okay. Okay, then we arrive.
The steel is heavier than feathers. Perception. Okay, Discord. How do I Discord? Okay. As I was looking at the Twitch, I was like, where's my Discord? Sorry, I got a 3. 1, 2, 3.
I did. I have a 15. Are we rested?
I like this restoring hit points thing.
I like this restoring spell slots thing.
Actually, so
I now like it less.
I'll say to Amu that, I'll try to help you out because I think your techniques seem to channel the energy needed to defeat the shadows and demons. So basically, in game terms, I will try to help you more and to give you advantage and things to flank for you, etc. Because I think you are
For
the
the
more,
extra radiant damage.
yeah, because like then later you are master of the Chu Yang Shen Gong, the polar technique.
The 9
Yeah.
codes.
The nine.
What is the statue of though?
Okay. Mm.
There's something that's not right here.
Mm. Then Cang Tian will look over at what Amu is saying. Okay, that's unusual. And Cang Tian basically looks around at all the hands kind of move around. What are the offerings there? What are people offering there?
To hang on to continue on that previous conversation, I was
Yeah.
going to say. So the temple authorities have not been here.
Mm. Have you seen the area around here? The closest civilization is a tea house. People come here and they give a lot of offerings. Then later Chang Tian has a mischievous look on his face. Do you know that the most corruption for temples usually comes from incense and oil? Do you know how many people burn incense a day? I don't. But then people keep asking for donations for incense and oil. Nobody knows how much money you need for all that. Where do all the offerings go? I'm sure this is a good place for people to run a side operation. If there's monks, then I point at the sacred space, profane space demarcation. There should be a donation box. There should be a place to do ablutions. But this is a shrine out here that's popular among the locals and the region. There must be a lot of money and resources coming inside here. There must be somebody benefiting from the money. So let's go.
So best case scenario, bandits. Worst case scenario, demons. Got it. I look at that and I call NEA and I complain.
Yeah.
Okay. Amu's just going to go up to the shrine proper. I'm just going to start randomly pressing panels and stuff like that. I'm trying to look for anything that might be amiss.
Then Cang Tian is going to help him with that by walking around the front area using his monk staff, right, to tuck to hear for places where there's underground staircases and everything. And then he'll be saying, during the Great Tang, there was a big push towards Buddhism, and that was when the founders of my order came to your country, and a lot of people wanted to gain favor with the emperors for the new religion. I'm pretty sure that this something down there might lead all the way back to that time or even earlier, and conversationally rolling the investigation to help him find hollow spots.
Exactly how many times do you want to blow my mind in one day, Cang Tian?
I mean, like, okay, yeah, okay. Can I use my investigator ability for this, like to invoke security? Okay, I will use twice because I'm a monk and a policeman.
I have a natural 18 so far, so I don't think do I need to check my stats?
I got a 16. Yeah. See, we're doing the buddy cop thing. That's why I need to roll high for these things. Okay.
I'm just tapping everything lah. No.
Wow.
Oh, uh-oh.
Hmm.
I'm quite happy at this point that my uncle's not here to see me do this, but sure. And I don't think this is right, Cang Tian.
Then
I might have accidentally broken a statue of the Guan Yin.
uh-huh. See, don't worry about that. You are part of nature. You are part of the world, and even everything has to be subject to the law of karma. Everything has to be subject to the law of entropy. Uh, put down the remains of the plaster arm, and if we will feel sorry about it, we can just then like
Well, at this point, between Zhurong and whatever I'm dealing with in Luoyang, I'm not sure I want to deal with an additional temple authority.
it's okay.
Actually believes this temple authority thing to be a thing.
Okay. Then Chang Tian will go there in front of him, realizes that Amu feels a bit stressed, and I will roll performance to chant sutras in front of him, right? To come down and say, if you feel bad about it, we can always build another arm for the goddess later. She has 1,000 arms and 1,000 eyes. If you and after all, you have two strong arms, Amu. One arm of the goddess will be gone, but you're bringing two arms in the pursuit of justice. I'm sure the goddess will understand. Trying to calm down.
I'm not sure justice works this way, but if you found an opening, I think that's where we go. And then I start moving off towards it.
Change the subject. Hmm.
What is that?
Then the black stone, is it? Okay, then since you're worried about this, let me do it. All right. Take a step back. Then who's that? Basically, Chang Tian will take out his painter's kit, right? Basically, and then there is some degree of basically this thing that Nick will understand in his shop. There's this paint thinner in part of my painter's kit, right? And I begin to basically dab a little bit onto the side together with my investigation tools and tweezers and stuff. Does the plaster come and is there any kind of like a paint on the statue that can strip off? Okay. Okay, then yeah. Yeah, and Cang Tian is like has a hunch, and so Cang Tian is trying to make tell Amu that you see statues of the goddess are usually carved out of wood or painted. No paint is coming off. This plaster is a new addition. There's something a statue underneath here that
The
is
statue underneath here is not Guan Yin.
uh, probably it's not Guan Yin. Let's find out who it is. Then I continue to basically brush off. Yeah, are there people looking terrified at the monk doing this? No, okay. Then later I say like then I said basically the monk basically says under like kind of sings and says like uh such things hiding under the face of the Dharma kings. Review yourself. Then later I will strip away everything. Okay. 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 From Tianzu. Okay. Got it. Got it. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Can.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You say Tang. Last thing you heard is Tang Dynasty.
Oh no, I just realized that my mic has been off all this while, you know. So all the time nobody's been listening to me.
Huh? Is it on Twitch?
What?
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
No. Okay.
Okay,
Let me see.
we'll see lah, we'll try lah. I'm always mucking up this thing.
It's okay. I mean, like, because let's see.
Okay.
Never mind. We live and learn, right?
Yeah, we live and learn lah. I'll turn on my sound already. Okay. Anyway, so yes. Okay. Anyway, so the
Well, they definitely heard you earlier because there were comments about the brocade guard and stuff like that. So how
Yeah,
long
I
have you been
think
on?
that's me actually. That's me trying to engage the viewers on the stream.
yeah, I know, I
Okay.
know.
Okay.
I don't think my voice was heard. Anyway, that's fine lah. It's okay. Okay, never
It's
mind.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let us continue. Yeah, you see an Ashura ahead of you.
Okay. Then
And what is this?
I will. This is then Changkin basically says, this is one of the 8 protectors of heaven, but this is a Rafu being, and it's always in the old stories they had a rivalry with the other gods because they always desire more than their share, and is a patron of warriors, especially those who seek to gain more. The ones that then I point at the certain features are those that have been tamed by the light of the Buddha and protect the world. Then those that do not have that mark, then I point at the onyx one, like something there. If they have more of those, then they are usually those who seek to gain more and plunge the world into war and strife. This onyx one happens to be that. Which one does it look like? Does it look like the protector of the law, the tame Ashura, or does it look like
No,
the
Amu.
it does not look like Tame
Okay.
Ashura.
Amu's shoulders slump, and as he looks at Chang Tian, so I guess it's not bandits.
No, they are popular among bandits, so it could be a group of, to make you feel better, if it does make you better, they could be bandits who happen to be worshipping Ashura, knowing that people come here worshipping it as Buddha and stealing the pilgrims' money, and they could have demonic necromancer powers. Would that make you feel better? But they might still be bandits.
I don't care what they are. I know we need to get inside, so let's go.
Let's go. Okay, then later I kind of look at it. I kind of like I kind of like lift a finger at the Ashura. Then I say, but this does make sense. If it's an Ashura cult, they have demonic powers, and then they're looking for the child. Yeah, okay. With some things are making sense with the primordial elements. And I say, I take out a torch. I light a torch, right, and then I kind of put into the hole where the thing is. Does it look dark ahead?
Yeah, it does. And are you going in? Because if you are, I'm going to move on to the next scene.
Shall we?
Yeah. I go in and I say to Cang Tian, I see you're the kind of teacup half full kind of person. Sure.
Well, you see, right now, what I'm focusing right now is that there's a child inside there, so I better make sure my teacup is full.
I am so absolutely in love with this.
We're doing this Indiana Jones moment here.
Yeah, I love it, man. Okay, so let me get Cang Tian and let him wobble around for a while.
It's so cute.
Yeah, he really is, right? And I really love the miniatures. And fun. Okay.
Oh, Yifan's here?
Sorry, not Yifan.
Amu.
Amu.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. And you're at the entrance of this of the opening of the temple. And as you walk in, you feel a deep, piercing chill in your body. Something that you've that Cang Tian has experienced before. Deep chill in your body.
For cosmetic purposes, I'll do this, and then I center my energy to make sure that I'm not affected by external forces.
Okay. You slowly walk in. Abreast or who's in front?
I'm in front.
Okay.
Yeah.
You reach the front of this. Reach the front of this thing, and I'm just gonna put the two of you here. You see, in front of you, you see lit torches, even in this dark, dank room.
Dank.
You see in front of you scattered papers that look as though that they were wrought away with the merest touch. You see cages made of wicker, cages made of metal. You see, these are old enough that even if somebody had been trapped inside, their bones would have been reduced to dust by now. You see also further down in here, there is a ladder that goes down.
Amu goes down.
Okay.
I also go down.
Let me drop you. Yeah, I can put you down level to level. Here you go. Okay, you have falling. You can fall all you want. Okay, just let me plop you down here. You come out from this chamber here, and the humidity in the air seems to be growing as you plumb deeper into the dungeon. You see in front of you bleached white skeletons looking relatively fresher than what you had seen upstairs in the rooms above.
Sword drawn, sleeve in front. I'm ready for, whatever.
Okay, you see a staircase around the corner. What do you do?
Before we go down, I'd like to let's take a look around. Then I got the torch, right? And then I say, whoever was here just managed to get 3 bodies, and we were attacked by 3 shadows recently. Coincidence? Probably not. And then I look around to the top right, and using my Detective D cinematic license, I see whether there's trails of blood, any kind of sacrificial implements around that processes.
Okay, sure. You make an investigation roll on this body here.
Got it.
Do I get one too?
If you want to go and lean on the same body, sure.
Yeah,
One
it's a
person will
14.
roll, one person will assist.
Actually, no point. I'm not expecting investigation, so I think it's not logical. Amu's just gonna stand around and start wondering whether he was given divine purpose to do shit like that.
Okay, make an investigation roll.
It's a 14 for me.
Okay, no problems. 14 is... Check out. 14, okay, good enough. These are the things you find out from the... Okay? The body is desiccated. So,
Desiccated.
as in something violently removed all of the moisture from the body, and it looks mummified. It looks like the skin and the bones and the muscle and all that is intact. It's just flash dried. Like all the moisture had been pulled out of him in an instant.
I look at Cang Tian. So, still bandits?
There could be bandits who steal water from people's body. We gotta keep in the cop humor.
Okay, it's starting to get a little bit beyond believable, but sure, still bandits.
Yeah, bandits. You just get a thing of them. They're like, they're probably bandits in some way or form. They steal life, steal dignity. It's probably easier to process it that way. Otherwise, we'll have to confront the fact that we are in a dungeon underneath a temple that was supposedly a popular temple to Guan Yin, but it's actually an Ashura temple with possibly demonic cultivators underneath here who have kidnapped a poor innocent child. I mean, that would be too much for us to deal with.
Let's not think about that for now. Bandits.
Do you want to look at the second body here?
Yeah, I'll look at the body and actually I'll look for identification. Any kind of like, do they look like they were peasants? Do they look like they were like stocky people? Do they look like they were government types?
Anything that this body had been removed.
Okay.
So there are no belongings, there are no clothes. What you do notice, however, is that there are tattoos on the back of this particular individual here. Tattoos.
Okay.
You have investigator's eye, right?
Yeah.
You recognize these as the kind of tattoos that you would normally get from people from Jianghu. From they are men of the rivers and the marshes.
I see. Okay. So they are basically people who are in the same boat as us, lah.
That would be a fairly accurate assessment, lah.
In the same gangster land as us.
Yeah, that would be fair.
Okay.
And what about this guy over here? Make me an investigation.
Yeah. All these people that no one will miss, people who you might meet.
The killing intent is strong here, though.
It is 23.
Okay. This looks like it is not human. Okay. Pointed ears, green skin, sharp teeth. Looks like it could have been
a goblin. Okay. It's like the same kind of goblins we fought earlier?
Yes. Okay. Well, not that you are able to distinguish those goblins from other goblins, but yeah.
The same general body shape.
Yeah, same generalish body shape, yeah.
Okay. Well, they weren't picky, that's what I'll say.
I'm sorry?
They're not picky, that's what I'll say.
That's true. And
no, they were not. I'm going to start heading towards the staircase.
Okay. All right, then I kind of pray over them and kind of like pray for their souls to find peace, and then I kind of take a little bit of the dust that they have on their bodies and then put it on the stained Mr. Chen's mask, like a kind of 1, 2, 3 underneath, and then kind of like wrap it up and put it back into the scholar's bag.
Master Cang Tian?
Yes.
What I've seen so far, I certainly hope you're not exactly eager to spare anyone's life today.
The only lives that I wish to spare here are that of the child and these three poor souls. Whoever has done this has led the people astray, profaned the foul, kidnapped a child, and severed souls from their bodies. I would think that clemency would be very hard to put in the eyes of the court.
In the eyes of heaven, what they've done is not exactly the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like it's not an easy case to fight, in case anybody want to do a defense.
Okay. Once you reach around here.
Not exactly going to be completely sneaky about it because Amu is going to assume that whatever it is that we are dealing with would already know that we're going to come after it anyway. So I'm going to say out fairly loudly. I'm not shouting, but I'm speaking loudly. I'm going to say, you take an innocent child, you desecrate a temple, and you expect to get away with it.
By the way, Bai Cao Xian is not with you all, just pointing out.
Yeah. Today you will face heaven's wrath. Come out and face us.
Then after he says that, Cang Tian will basically nod and say, breaker of says you're in big trouble, whoever you are. You have interfered with many different factions issues in the monastic world, in the martial world. If you come out and speak, we might be able to untangle you from this. And you've done all this for what end? Come out and face things fairly. You might come across with a light sentence that I look over at the sword of the Amu, right? Then I kind of like just my heart isn't in it where I say that, but still have to try. Somebody have to do the warning shot.
I look at him. I looked at Cang Tian and we're not sharing.
You don't hear a response, and once you reach here, you find the third body.
Okay.
Investigation rolls.
Okay. The third body is. That's a 22.
Okay.
OD.
This here is a body that the body structure would not have been recognizable to you had it not been the fact that it is somewhat to you. So one of the things, it is a Genasi. So one of the things about the Genasi is that their meridians, right? They actually contain representations of the element that they are in. So, for example, for the metal Genasi in particular, they will have flecks of metal in their bones, and this is exactly what you see down here. Flecks of metal in the bones of the Genasi here, the dead Genasi here. This one looks fairly old. This one in particular looks fairly old.
Okay.
But
I need a bio break. I'll be back in a bit.
Okay, we'll take a 5-minute break, everyone.
Okay. Sounds like a good idea. Hi.
Okay, wait, sorry,
Hi.
Okay, wait, sorry,
Hi.
Okay, wait, sorry,
Hi.
Okay, wait, sorry,
For the sparing people's lives, and then I wing it out. Right. For the
Right.
sparing people's lives, and then I wing it out. Right. So too,
Right.
you don't like this sparing people's lives part.
Right.
So too, you don't like this sparing.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so what's happening here is this. You reach the third corpse in the dungeon. And suddenly, you feel a deep, deep chill. And the sound of a dripping, relentless dripping sound echoing that you didn't hear before until you reach this level. Dum, dum,
Mm.
dum, dum. As you move slowly, the sound seems to be coming from further down. The air is deep and dank and almost heavy with humidity. Are you heading down?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll head down. Amu is just going to think of his sword.
Okay, all the way down? Not even bothering with stuff, right?
Nope, there's no point for stealth.
I
We have
guess
already kind of announced our arrival anyway.
yeah.
That's
I guess I would try to. Is it possible to kind of like? I'm holding the torch as well, so I don't think it's possible for me to stealth because I'm providing light support as well.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. I just look for cover and stuff to kind of put be lower body profile, but I won't stealth
As
per
you
se.
reach this, as you reach the corner, right, bright sparks start coming out from the corner of this. The brief illumination lights up part of the floor as you're reaching, and it's a deep, deep crimson. It, it, you smell it. The smell hits your nose. It is blood. The entire floor here, deep down, is covered with blood, and the very stones of this map, this area, very stones of it seems to be oozing blood onto the floor. And
so
you hear,
these are very unusual bandits.
and you hear, I have been expecting you. As a
And who are you?
as a figure coalesces from the blood floor here and appears at the foot of the staircase.
Amu looks at Cang Tian and says, "Not bandit, demon, I think."
All right, let's ascertain whether it's a bandit by talking with it. But I think I think your bets are currently looking a lot better than mine, Namu. Then I say, so you've been expecting us. Who might you be? August personage lurking under this temple of Ashura.
Where is the boy of the 10,000 Swords manner. This is not he.
Yeah, I think we came all the way to tell you that, but you wouldn't listen and you ran off after beating our people up. So now you're wrong as well as a kidnapper. So how do we deal with this?
I go into a defensive stance and I know how I'm dealing with this.
Are you
It's
are you
okay.
walking down?
Yeah, I walk down.
Where is the child you took, ancient spirit? Since you have ascertained that he is not the boy.
Since you care so much about him, I will do you a favor and return him to you in exchange for the heir. Take him and go. Bring the heir to me.
The monk.
Oh, I sense hesitation. You have no intent of bringing the child to me. Why?
I'm not sure if you have noticed great ancient spirit, but you are holding all the cards here. We haven't even really said anything, and you are dictating the terms. You will understand if it makes us very hesitant. We ask you a question, who are you? And you have not mentioned anything about that. Everything has been about what you want. So if you would like this deal to work, perhaps you share some information. It's only fair, isn't it?
Are you trying to spare a life, Cang Tian? We
No.
had this discussion.
Then I turn and look at Amu and say, no, the dwarf child, if he knows that we're not coming to give him the child, the dwarf child is useless to him. He'll just kill him off. We have to keep him talking. And get ready to advance. I'm just trying to buy time to rescue the hostage.
Are you advancing slowly?
I
Yeah.
am.
I'm advancing slowly and putting my hands up and then kind of like saying conversationally, like to basically do the talk. Yeah.
Yeah, so he says to you, I am a nobody. I am a shadow. I am blood. I am a memory. Nothing more. But I can.
You can be. And I see that you've got a nice temple set up upstairs to base your operations. Do you
Not
happen to have a
mine. Not mine.
I mean, who knows about you here? I mean, you wish to be more than a shadow, so you're here. Why don't we go up and you can find yourself stronger in the world above?
Body. Body.
Body, right?
I need a body.
Well, you obviously tried. There are like 3, 4 up there.
Not. They are not suitable. Too weak. The child from the 10,000 Swords Manor. I have heard many things. I have heard many things. I hear.
Then what do you hear? It's like, if it's so powerful, we don't even know the value of this child. And then I'll take another step
The
down.
child is not valuable at all.
I'm always keeping one step ahead of Cang Tian.
Okay.
This one is not valuable. He's moving to intercept. He is aware almost. He's highly aware of the fact that you guys could be moving in to intercept the child while he's monologuing.
Okay.
And he seems to have a sneer, almost a disdainful look on his what passes for a face. It's a set of features that you cannot grasp. It just flows from one to the other. Think the Dementators, right? There's this weird, just this weird flowing facial feature that flows from one face to the other, and you can never see one long enough.
Then Cang Tian stops and kind of perhaps a bit too theatrically because he's using performance rather than deception, and says,
Sure.
Yes, the child. I remember now. A lot of life force. A lot of a body that is filled with the life force of nature. Yes. It's such a mistake. Who could have missed such a child, right? But they say that some things hide in plain sight. So then I kind of look at Longmu, who is Amu, who is obviously not interested in this pantomime with me, right? And
I had not.
and then I turn over to look over at the wraith, at the spirit, right? And I say, you see, the legal guardian of the child that you're looking for, the 10,000 manners, there is a problem. Your minions knocked him out yesterday, and now I don't think it's very easy for us to negotiate with somebody that your people have beaten up, you see. So how would you make reparations? If you return us the Dwarven child, we might be able to put in a good word for you.
Your insolence is amusing, child and witness of heaven. Amusing to certain degrees. You brocade guard. He looks at Amu. Have you come for me or the child? You don't know, you. Yes. You don't know.
What do I not know?
That's a philosophical issue, right? We don't know what we don't know, so
It's
how?
a,
I
it's,
also don't know.
it's a semiotic issue, yeah. It's a totally
Yeah.
semiotic issue. Okay. You have amused me for long enough. What will it be? Will you return with the child? Or will you be my next set of eyes and ears?
I think, as much as I would love to continue this discussion with you, unnamed ancient spirit, I think it's time for you to receive the light of heaven. Then I throw a scroll out into the open, and then I will roll units and dash down.
Okay.
The scroll comes out as a sutra that kind of flies down to have camera angle.
Basically, I'm going to start with a taunt, but I believe that's probably not happening today.
Roll for initiative because I am about to do something for first round of combat, and then it may or may not affect the rest of the game. Okay, so we'll do the first round initiative, and then okay, he goes last, so we'll go through one round.
Okay, got it. I got an 8.
Actually, I might go last. Oh yeah, no,
he goes last. He goes last. Hey, no. You don't have a dex modifier, right? You go last. Cang Tian, what do you do?
Yeah, I go last.
Alright, so Cang Tian basically looks up at the spirit and basically says is the child is nearby, right? Because that's him in the lightning cage, is it?
He's okay, so I can't get the figurines to go prone, but he's prone, chained onto what looks like an altar, and there seem to be these like 4 pulsing pillars around him.
Okay, got it. Then Cang Tian basically will kind of do the kind of Beijing opera flip right over to where Longmu is, right?
Yep,
Basically,
well within your movement.
And then kind of flip over to where the spirit is. And as he flips in midair, right, he just throws out a dart right at one of the lightning orbs. So I'm going to use the attack action as I flip in midair and throw out. And then my bonus action, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be charging up the energy, right, using the metal forming palm technique with, let me think about it, fire or ice for the dart.
Up to you.
Let me see, Yangqi. I think I would basically throw in some fire, I guess, and then I charge it with heat, right? And I kind of flick out the flaming bead, right, over as one of the darts, and one of the pillars.
Okay, sure.
Okay, then I have 40 feet, right? So is it possible for me to get behind him?
You either can use your bonus action for metal
Okay.
forming palm, or bonus action for your Lightfoot. You cannot use both.
Okay. Can I cheat the server by basically using my reaction to slow fall to save 2 squares?
No.
Because then I'll just take a straight drop here, and then I'll save
So if
1 square.
you're jumping from here, right, you will end up on top of him, not exactly
Then I will,
behind him.
okay, then I'll land on top of him. Do I basically go through him?
You can okay lah. Just to simulate the effect, you guys are on top of each other. Okay.
Okay,
Yup, you
got
go
it.
through him. You will go through
Alright.
him completely.
Okay. Then I had the possession effect before, right?
Yes, you did.
Then okay. Then I will basically look over at Amu and I said, "We've been through this. If I say to him, and if we've been through this, so please do whatever you did the last time to me if it becomes necessary." Then I will roll. Okay. Oh yeah, +1. Okay. So that's a 10.
Okay.
And one of the metal thing and one of the lightning things.
Okay.
Does it say?
It does hit. How
Okay.
much damage do you do?
Okay, let me
Because
roll.
you have to overcome. You have to basically overcome the
object
resistance,
damage threshold.
yeah, the damage threshold of it.
That's a 9. Wow, holy shit.
That's not bad. Okay. You fire off your once again. You deep into your prayer beads, right? And you shatter the beads outward, and one of them flies out towards the which corner? This one.
I think the one that's further away, so that it's easier for Amu to basically do the rest in case it works. So I'll hit the one at the end.
Okay, so you hit the one on the further end, right?
Yeah.
And it just goes as sparks for a moment, right? And nothing happens.
Okay.
And okay, top of the round, Shadow Demons. This he goes down, directly down, spending 10 feet of movement, 20 feet, 30 feet, pops up here. So, Amu, please make me a will save. He reaches out with his hands, right, in a claw position and clenches it and says, "Be held."
17.
Okay, that makes it the DC. And you feel a clenching in your heart as as something chill grips your heart, but you steel yourself, and the shadowy blood spirit says, "Okay, God, defense of the heart. Come, my children, assist me." Okay, with this is what happens. Because I was actually expecting more people to turn up, namely
Richard and Yifan.
Yep, Yifan to turn up, but he did not. So, well. Let me go and. Where's my gold star? Always have to find them.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
That's nice.
Spirit 1.
It looks like those technical paints that people were buying out last time, right, Nick?
Yeah.
X-ray.
And 2. What look like 2 bloody spirits just rise out from the ground.
Mhm.
And with that, we will end today's session because Nick has to run off, and we're running a little bit late. So sorry today. It's a little bit of a short session, and I actually forgot to turn off my mic for half the session, but I think it went pretty. So anyway, thanks everybody for joining us. Thanks, shout out to
Thanks, guys.
yeah,
Thank you.
shout out to the Fourth Culture, who are our very big sister channel and has given us tons of support for this. And also shout out to Balrog1911, who is running a charity event, and I will announce it as I get more details on it.
Mm,
All right.
That's awesome.
Okay.
that's great.
Cool. Everybody take care, and we will see you next
We'll
week.
see you next week. Bye bye.
See you.